Today we are going to be making this beautiful loaf of whole wheat Amish potato flake sourdough bread in the bread machine. And I'm going to give you some very important tips that will help your bread turn out perfectly. Whole wheat behaves differently than white bread flour, and you need to know this information. So an Amish potato flake sourdough is a mixture of water and sugar and potato flakes, which is fermented. Now you can use this starter to make real sourdough with, but I'm going to use it as an enrichment, and I'm also going to be adding yeast to this recipe so I don't have to wait overnight or a long period of time for the bread to rise, because this starter makes a delicious bread if you use it as an enrichment. And we're going to be using half whole wheat and half bread flour in this recipe, and this is going to turn out a wonderfully soft, delicious sandwich loaf of bread, and we're going to make it in the bread machine. And I will show you in a later video how to make this in the stand mixer if you don't have a bread machine. So first of all, let's go over the ingredients that we're going to be using. We have 1.5 cups of whole wheat flour. We have 1.5 cups of bread flour. We have 1/4 cup of white sugar. We have 2 teaspoons of active yeast. We have 1.5 teaspoons of salt, and we have 1/4 cup of vegetable oil. And we are going to be using 1/2 cup of this potato flake starter. And we will also be using 2/3 cup of water. Now the first thing we want to do is get our bread pan ready. You want to make sure that your bread pan is clean, and you want to take the paddle out, and you don't want this paddle to stick on the stem. So what we want to do is, I always, to make it nice and easy and make sure it's well covered, I take the paddle and I dip it into my oil, and then I place the paddle on my stem. You want to make sure that this paddle is clean, that the hole that goes over the stem is clean inside, and that your stem is clean. And this will ensure that you can remove the paddle if you choose to do so before the bread goes to its final rise. So we have our paddle in our machine, and what we're going to do first is we're going to add 1/2 cup of the potato flake starter. And it does separate, so I always stir it up before I measure it out. So there's our 1/2 cup of starter. And we have here 2/3 cup of water, and we're going to add that in. Then we're going to add in our 1/4 cup of white sugar, our 1.5 teaspoons of salt, and the recipe can be found in the description box of this video. We're going to add in 2 teaspoons of active yeast. You can use bread machine yeast, any kind of yeast you want to use. And we're going to add in our 1/4 cup of oil. We're going to add in our 1.5 cups of bread flour and 1.5 cups of whole wheat flour. This will total 3 cups of flour. Now, if you want to use more whole wheat, just reduce the bread flour by that amount. And if you want to use less whole wheat, just increase the bread flour by that amount, and you should be fine. Whole wheat flour behaves differently than bread flour. And first we want to get all of this mixed together. I want to show you how to mix it all together, and then if you stick around, I will show you what I mean by the whole wheat flour acts differently than bread flour. And there's an extra step that if you take this extra step, it will make a huge difference in how your whole wheat bread turns out. So whole wheat takes longer to absorb liquid. We're going to go ahead and put this pan in our machine, and then we are going to choose the raw dough menu setting. And we are going to let this mix for about 5 minutes. Now the machine defaults to 23 minutes. You don't need to let it mix that long. We're going to let it mix for about 5 minutes. And I just want to show you what this looks like as it is mixing up. And you will notice it looks kind of dry. And that is absolutely normal. I'm going to scrape the sides down. Now that dough looks really dry, but we are not going to do anything right now. Okay, so our dough has been mixing for about 5 minutes, and we are turning the machine off, and as you can see, this dough looks pretty dry. But we are not going to add anything. It is very important at this step that we let the dough rest for about 20 minutes, and that will give the whole wheat time to properly absorb the liquids in this recipe. So we're just going to turn the machine off and let it rest, and then we'll come back. Our dough has been resting for 20 minutes. Now we are going to choose the whole wheat setting, which is setting number 5 on the KBS machine. We are going to select the 2-pound loaf, and we are going to select medium crust color. So that's a 2-pound loaf, whole wheat setting, medium crust color. It is important that you use a whole wheat cycle on your bread machine, because whole wheat takes just a little longer to knead and just a little longer to rise and just a little longer to bake. So the setting might be just a little longer than your regular white bread setting. And we want to make sure that it gets done. And we're going to turn it on here. And I'm going to come back and show you what this looks like after it finishes its first kneading cycle. But look how different that dough ball is already looking after that rest period. Made a world of difference. So the dough has finished its first kneading cycle, and it is on a rest. And I just wanted you to take a look at it. Look how much softer it looks. It is slightly tacky. It may not feel quite as soft as white bread does, but this is exactly what your whole wheat dough ball should look like. And if you haven't watched my video on the whole wheat dough ball, then you definitely want to go do that. It will help you be more successful when you make your whole wheat bread. So our bread has finished its first rise, and it just did the knockdown. And I am going to remove the paddle. And just kind of shape it back down and close the lid and let it finish. And we'll be back in 1 hour and 59 minutes. Our bread is finished and ready to come out of the machine. I'm going to turn the machine off. Now sometimes when you take your pan out of the machine, you need to let the bread sit so it releases from the pan. I always give it a little shake to see if it's ready. And so I'm going to let this sit here for just a few minutes, and then we'll come back and take it out of the pan, and I'll show you when I slice into it. Our bread has cooled and it is ready to slice. Now, very important that you know this. Whole wheat bread needs to cool completely before you slice it. All bread should cool before you slice it, but whole wheat especially needs to cool completely before you slice it. Otherwise, it will turn gummy the texture will turn gummy on the inside. So we're going to slice this. And take a look at that beautiful texture on the inside. It's so soft, and it has a nice soft texture. Be sure to watch my whole wheat dough in the bread machine video next.